Hi, this is Rich Shea with another unboxing. This time it's Catherine, the Cities of the Tsarina. Now this game got a lot of hate because, well, it's about like a Russian Tsarina who conquered a lot of territory, including the Ukraine and most of Siberia. So right now that's kind of unpopular. But hey, it's a game made in Poland and it's about a historical thing. So I thought I'd cover it anyways. The other unfortunate thing is I'm experimenting with a new camera and microphone setup, so we'll see how it goes. So here's the game. It's Catherine, the Cities of the Tsarina by Johannes Schmidauer-Koinig. Capstone Games is the American publisher. Since it's made in Poland, I assume there's another publisher somewhere else. Okay, so here's the rules. We'll slide that over. The object of the game, score some points. There's going to be a game board, 102 project cards, 8 order cards, 12 residences for each player, some victory point markers, a favorite track marker, 50 and 100 markers in case you do more stuff, 48 goods markers, and 6 joker tiles, which are like wild goods at the end of the game. So you put the game board on the table, sort the goods piles, put the jokers aside, everybody gets a color. Start with 0 points. There are 8 order cards. Each player gets one of them, puts it in front of them, and then something happens. The project cards are shuffled up. Each player gets 6 cards. So that's important. You choose 3 of them and put them in front of you. That's going to be your action row. Underneath it, you're going to place cards that activate the action cards. But the cards in this activation row don't actually do anything. You try to match the colors, but nothing else about this lower row cards counts. Symbols you have in play on the top of the cards are in play while you have them. And what you're trying to do is you're going to try to get majorities in things. When it's your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards. You're going to play 1 card up, 1 card down, and that's going to activate one of the action cards. If you match the colors, you get to take the action. Otherwise, draw a card. And everybody plays the cards face down simultaneously. So you perform the action, and if you can perform the action by the matching color, you may also perform the bonus action once. It's not as confusing as it sounds. At the end of each 4 rounds, you have interim decade scoring. Count the cannons, and you compare to your neighbors. Whoever has the most gets points. Ties get fewer points. You score for the majority in books, which might let you place something in a city. If they're the fewest person gets nothing, and people in the middle get a joker tile that will be useful at the end of the game, but not during the game. Okay, so if you have the most books, you may build a residence in any city, and you might get a goods tile. Then you count your residences in the game board and score them according to the number of victory points that are on them. Okay. Then you might get some victory points from the favorite track. Then everybody discard all 4 cards in your activation row and the cards above them in the action row, so that only the unactivated cards will remain. Then you might draw some new cards, and final scoring at the end of the 3rd interim scoring. Then you do the final scoring, where you get a point for cards left. Your orders have things you want to do to get some points. Apparently they depict 7 goods tiles, and you see how many of them you have in your possession, getting 5, 8, or 12 points. Then you score the largest number of contiguous connected residences times this number on your favorite track, sort of like in Scythe, and you get those points. Then there are rules, there are hand limits, okay. Beginning of the game, your hand limit is 3 cards. Your hand limit might go up as you go up the favorite track. Okay, as your multiplier goes up and your hand limit goes up, definitely want to go up in the favorite track. Okay, action cards have symbols, but they might also have an action. So the symbols are important even if you can't take the action, because those are the scoring things at the end of the round. But the actions let you do things like get more cards, maybe get a favor if you meet certain conditions. Then there's a description of how all of them work, and some stuff about the game. The rules are pretty simple, 8 pages, and of the 8 pages that are on there, basically the last 2 are just about what the bottom of the cards say. So the things you get, let's go over the components. It's not a lot of stuff in the game. There are scoring markers, houses, and each player has a crown marker to move up on the favor board, the favor track. There are cards. So I guess they have like a preference card. Cannon, that's military power, you compare to your neighbors. Books, you want to get a majority. An action, if you put a blue card in the activation row. And a bonus, this one is get rid of 3 cards one time to get 10 victory points. And if the 3 cards are the same color, you also go up 1 on the track. So they have things like that. Okay, and it's the same card in different colors. This one just has 2 cannons, different action. Then there are cards with people on them. This is a trade good. The trade good is in your possession while the card is out, and that may have something to do with bonuses on other cards. This one is a cannon and 2 different trade goods. You don't spend trade goods when you use them for things. And then some of the cards, the ones that let you place a house, have 3 towns, and those are the ones you can place it on. And then if you do that, and of course you have to match the color to place the house, if you have these goods showing, you can draw a card one time. Okay, and actions might be only do it once, do the thing one time for 2 cards. This one, as many of these sets as you have, you can get 4 victory points. Clearly you're not going to have an infinite number of these sets, but the bonus things you can only do one time. All right. The other cards, I'm sure, are mostly more of the similar kinds of things. Right? Lots of them with 3-town combinations. These have like lots of goods. This is, for each of these kind of goods, you can draw a card for as many as you have. There's a lot of those. And then I think these are the 8 player cards at the start. If you get, in this collection of 7, if you have 5, 6, or 7, 8 or 12 points, and each player has a different set, and only one of each of them is used during any one game. The counters for the game are in just one sheet. They're fairly thick cardboard. Each player gets a 50, 100 counter. These are the Joker tiles. They're wild at the end towards the final configuration, but you can't use them as anything during the game. And then the actual pieces you might accumulate by building in the towns. So each town has a space for a house for each player, and a kind of good that you might get at that town. Here's a victory point track. How the game turns work. Here's the whole map. Oh, good, you can see the whole thing. The favor track, where this is points for interim scoring, multiplier at the end of the game for the largest contiguous set of these, and I think this is your hand size limit, which can go up to 7. Victory points go around. At 50, you flip over the thing. The card colors match the region colors, match each other, and that's just how it works. These places, I think, give you a favor when you're on them. These give you a trade good. These give you a victory point for each interim scoring, I believe. And that's the game. It's not like super complex. It's, if you throw away the politically motivated 0 and 1 ratings, it's actually rated as a pretty good game. It looks like fun, not too difficult, not super brain burny, but also not very long. So I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I hope this shows you enough of it if you're interested. I did get it at a very good price. It was being clearanced, partly I think because it wasn't moving due to the low fake rating. Well, thanks for watching, and watch soon for more. I have some more games to open now, and I was doing some other things, but I'll be back on track with these. Thanks for watching again. Bye for now.